Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. And joining us now is Ojy Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hey, Ojy. Good morning.
Good morning, Leila. How are you?
Good morning, Ojy.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tundu. How are you guys?
Great, thanks.
All right. And good morning to you viewers. We begin What's Trending today with our top trending story in Nigeria. Yesterday, protesters who gathered to demand the release of detained activists Omoyele Sowore and Olawale Bakare were met with armed operatives of the Department of State Services, DSS, who opened fire at them, injuring many, including several journalists. A Nigerian journalist working with the Guardian newspaper, Richard Oludare, was one of the victims of the brutality by the DSS. According to reports, the journalist was smashed several times on his head and was not released until his clothes were soaked with blood. Nigerians on social media are outraged, calling out the government for the clampdown of freedom of the press. I know that you guys have discussed this story in detail, but I really wanted to take you up on that discussion that you said, now we know the journalists that have been attacked. What about the DSS operatives that carried out these attacks? We need to name them, and they need to be really investigated and detained for this type of brutality.
He's bloody. Look at that. Look at all the blood.
I mean,
He's covered. He's literally
blood.
covered.
I cannot imagine what he could have been doing or what he could have done for them to smash his head. No, I mean, like, why would you have to smash his head several times?
That's a kill if you're smashing someone's head.
No, they're trying to kill him as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a disgrace. It's an out-and-out disgrace.
So you see the point then about, the Director General of DSS taking personal responsibility for this and to offer Nigerians an explanation and to carry out an investigation and to see how rules of engagement have been violated. Because clearly the use of lethal and excessive force, as I said there, is not part of the mandate of security agents, be they DSS or police. Maybe not the military, because the military, their own rules of engagement seem to be different. So this is the problem. You are right. You are right.
And what is the media to do? I'm even wondering, just now with Mr. Efeni, he was talking about a senator saying we should ban importation of textiles. The media reports everything. What the government is doing, how do you disseminate your message without the media? The media covers everything.
Correct.
People are protesting, the media will go and
allowed
cover
to
that.
cover it. I mean, even in wartime situations, the media sometimes
cover it and you give the information to the public.
The immunity
dare
not
they
to have
attack
that.
people in this fashion?
Especially a press. I mean, you can clearly see that he's a press person. Like, why would you go and attack?
And they weren't even outside the DSS office. When Yemi was on the show, she literally said we were at the corner of the road and we're literally speaking to journalists. And this is an attack on journalists. She said this even had nothing to do with Omoyele Sowore at this point. Just a multiple attack on journalists.
Well, maybe one footnote is to say that, look, those state security agents, they knew that what they were doing was not right. They knew that they were going beyond their brief. And as a result of that, they did not want it reported. So the natural instinct would be in trying to suppress the news and suppress the truth. They turned on the journalists who had come to cover.
At least even restrain them, put a barricade, something humane, something civilized. You can't attack people and then start to wantonly destroy their cameras, slash their tires. I mean,
seize their phones. No, that's theft. This seizure of phones, that's theft.
They have no right.
That was why I was telling Yemi that maybe he will sue. Because
they will have to sue. This is what I'm saying. These DSS operatives that actually carried out this crime, because it is a crime.
It is.
They should be arrested and they should be named so that everyone, would have I mean, it's such, I don't even know what to say.
And still, Omoyele Sowore is still not released.
They are secret policemen, so...
I'm sorry, they're no longer secret.
They've aired all their dirty laundry.
Yes, they're no longer secret.
Because those ones that actually went and stormed the National Assembly, till today we don't know who they are.
Exactly.
They're not unacceptable. Well, still in Nigeria, the All Progressive Congress in Edo State has suspended the national chairman of the party, Oshiomole. According to a statement by the government house in Benin, the APC in the state suspended Mr. Oshiomole following a vote of no confidence passed on him by 18 chairmen of the local chapters of the party in the state. The local leaders reportedly blamed Mr. Oshiomole for the crisis that has rocked the party in the state. The latest development underscores the extent of damage in the relationship between the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, and Mr. Oshiomole. Both leaders have been locked in an epic political fight that many fear may affect the APC's political fortunes in the next governorship election in the state. I mean, tweets on this news has been hilarious on social media. People have been tweeting and saying that it's like, you know, it's like the tenant expelling the landlord or sending the landlord out. I mean, I don't know what
the chairman of the party.
The national chairman of the party. There have been so many hilarious tweets online talking about the story. But my question is, at what point does this stop? What is the extent of this suspension, or what is the effect of this suspension in a local chapter?
I think the suspension will be ineffectual.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you see that Adams Oshiomole, the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, has refused to make any comment on it.
Right.
We had two gentlemen on this program to discuss the crisis in Edo State when during a convocation at the Edo State University in Yamho, some of the guests who were going to see Adams Oshiomole were attacked by hoodlums who were purportedly mobilized by, as alleged, by Adams Oshiomole himself, by the deputy governor. And the two gentlemen, Kazima Febua and Ehi Brahima, you know, had both made the point that many others had also made that, look, for peace to reign in Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki and the chairman, national chairman of the party, Adams Oshiomole, must sheath their swords. They must find a meeting ground. They must reconcile. What is responsible for this crisis in the state is Godwin Obaseki wanting a second term in office as governor. Adams Oshiomole, the chairman, probably not wanting him to get a second term after he assisted him, in any case, for him to take that office. So the APC in Edo State is divided right down the middle. And your last statement, if they're not careful, you know, they will all be losers in the matter.
Absolutely.
And the PDP guy, Kazima Febua, when he appeared on this program, he said, well, beyond the, you know, swing for peace and stability in Edo State, it will be to the advantage of the People's Democratic Party. And he would like the PDP, you know, to take full advantage of the quarrel between them. But how about the implications for peace, for stability, you know, for the democratic system in Edo State itself? Because with all of this, you know, government in that state, I imagine, will be distracted.
Of course.
And time that should be spent to serve the people, to make good laws for good governance in the state, is being used on personality clashes, you know, unnecessary violence and this kind of tension that you find.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a statement from the national chairman. Over to social media. Instagram's new experiment to hide the number of likes on posts has met some backlash, especially from influencers and celebrities. The new feature, which is to be implemented in the US this week, was announced over the weekend by Instagram's CEO, Adam Mosseri. The feature, which is said to be the most controversial yet, has already been piloted in 7 countries, including Australia, Ireland, and Canada. American celebrities are now calling out the app for experimenting with removing likes, with some threatening to stop posting on Instagram entirely. Grammy Award-winning musician Cardi B took to Instagram to protest, arguing that removing likes wouldn't make Instagram any less toxic because the comments affect more than the likes. Nicki Minaj also went on to speculate that Instagram is hiding likes in order to manipulate what post users see in their feed, regardless of how much engagement the posts are getting. Well, this is a new development from Instagram. You know, they are claiming that they really want users to focus on the pictures as opposed to the likes, which, I mean, it's kind of strange because remember when Instagram launched, all they thought about was the engagement. And now they've come out to say that they just want users to concentrate or, you know, on the pictures as opposed to the likes. I understand some outrage from the influencers. But I think that what they're doing is great because first of all, the most important thing really is the mental state of a lot of people. People depend so much on these likes that they just take it so seriously. I mean, I understand that they're making money, these influencers, the celebrities. I believe also, what's her name? Kim Kardashian, who made the actual point of the mental state of people, I thought that was a really amazing point that she stood behind Instagram. I mean, she has a lot of followers. She's the #1 Instagram queen, and she stood behind Instagram supporting their move to remove likes.
But it's not really about likes. I don't see what the whole outrage is. If you post a picture as an influencer and people like it, they can no longer show that they like it on your page. They can show that they like it by buying that product. So it's really about the bottom line of how much money that you will still be earning.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will affect their revenue.
It will, because usually when companies see the amount of likes that you have on
comparative. So when nobody's likes are showing, that removes that. All they will look at is the bottom line. How much money are we generating? Because
it makes it a lot
asking
more
for your data.
easier.
No, but these companies can ask influencers to produce that data.
That's the whole,
that's the back end of it now, where Instagram have to make sure that they give influencers access to their data that they can take forward to potential clients.
So that's really just what it is.
This is still an experimental,
it's not the end of the world.
An experimental idea, and they're still testing it. And I guess that Instagram will take along with, with their own assessment, the feedback that they are getting. You are right. The point made by Kim Kardashian is a very sound point.
Yeah.
Because the way in which people are so obsessed with the number of likes.
Can you clarify that point? I don't understand it.
No,
the obsession.
It's a big obsession. You know why you don't understand? Because you're not on social media. You don't understand what it does to people.
Do you know?
Which is exactly why I avoid it.
You shouldn't go on. Spend the whole day just checking how many likes that they have had.
So when they don't get a lot of likes,
then they get depressed. Yes, it's a huge problem.
They should just remove it from everybody and just focus on the revenue.
That's why they're experimenting.
No, but they are not removing follower accounts, though.
No.
Follower accounts will still be there.
But
impressions will still be there.
Yeah.
But Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and Nasty J and Rapper J also, they're all against it. They are saying,
but the point,
it's as if you are taking candy away from a
correct.
child.
But I think because they are influencers.
But the point, remove likes, I think you should remove comments as well.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
The comments are worse.
The point that she made about the comments, which is really the thing that causes the depression, is the thing that they should take out.
Exactly.
Because I don't understand how, because sometimes some people, when they do a controversial post, they're able to turn off comments. So she's, she's
actually, likes are more innocuous than comments. Comments are the real
and that's
danger.
the real issue. And that's what Cardi B said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.
We'll see you tomorrow.